Trying out a different setup here. Hopefully this works out, but I'm pretty satisfied with it. But let's see what the outcome is. Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Gallant Gamer, aka Korsha, and this is another installment of a review for Normies, Killing Stalking Edition. This is chapter 7-8. For those of you who don't know and are new, welcome. Hi, how are you doing? Basically what this video is basically me telling the story of certain plots of anime, video games, comics, webtoons, manga, etc., and explaining it to what I would call the normies, basically people who don't watch anime or play video games, etc. But of course, like, I'm not gonna check you like, oh, did you never see that? No, like, anyone can watch it. But it's geared towards normies, and I use the term normies because what else am I gonna call you guys? Anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna get right into it. I don't want you guys skipping the intro. So basically where we leave off is Bum is home alone. He's got an hour to himself, and he's just like, I'm gonna bust out of here. Who can blame him? We're all thinking the same thing though. Like, this sounds a little too good to be true. Like, there's no way that Sangwoo really trusted you to stay home alone for an hour and not think of escaping, right? We all thought this. But it's okay, because we all know, collectively, that we're smarter than Bum. Bum's not the brightest, but it's okay. This could be some weird test. Like, he's like, it sounds like Sangwoo's testing me to see if I would leave, but what if he didn't? Like, what if he really trusted me? I mean, we have been, like, together, like, for the past week. So I'm just gonna wait 15 minutes. I can spare that. I have an hour, so I'll wait 15 minutes, see if he, like, tries to come back or whatever, and I mean, it's not like I need that much time. I probably need, like, 10 minutes max. So in the meantime, he's going to go find his clothes so he can leave in his own wardrobe, you know. So he rolls himself to the laundry room so he can get his clothes. Sangwoo apparently had just washed them, and they're sitting in a basket on top of the dryer. Remember, Bum's legs don't work. So I know, like, you probably do remember, but I feel like I have to constantly remind people that Bum's legs do not work. They're still broken. Bum starts to have one of his manic episodes, which is something that happens with people who have bipolar disorder. I feel like, again, like, I had to remind people, not because I don't think you remember, but it's just good to, like, keep being refreshed that Bum does have bipolar disorder. So he has these manic episodes. He's a stalker. We forget that he has mental problems. We forget that he's not quite sane. He's not quite okay. Like, think about it. He's like 28 years old. He didn't go to school till like 4 years later, and it's not like, not that there's anything wrong with Wayne Taylor, but you could tell there is like an issue with Bum. Like, he has a problem. I mean, he's a stalker for the most part, but he has his own problems. While he's having this manic episode, he thinks like the clothes in the wash or dryer is the dismembered body parts of that one woman from the first chapter, the first victim that we saw when we got into the basement. I can't show this scene because of nudity and blood and gore, but it's disgusting, so I have to censor this part. Somehow, it's like worse though. It's her clothes. And it's not like the clothes she was wearing, like I thought it was like just the clothes she was wearing when she came to the basement. It's like a whole load. At least I'm like, that's what it looks like to me, right? I don't know, like, they didn't really specify, but it looked like she had her own little wardrobe going on here. So what I took from it that no one speaks enough about is it seemed like she may have been staying with Sangwoo before Bum came in. So that makes Bum want to, I think that's the reason why Bum wanted to leave a little, like, more so, because it's like, is this part of Sangwoo's plan? He, like, seduces them and has them think that they're a couple and then just throws them down the basement and kills them. Like, that's what I thought. No one talks about this enough. I don't know if I'm just reading too much into it, but that looks like a whole load of laundry, and it's all women's clothes, and it's clearly hers, because that's her underwear. We remember the underwear she was wearing. Anyway, so Yoon-Bum managed to get his clothes on like a little caterpillar, and he's still hella early. It's only 6:10. It only took him 10 minutes just to get dressed again. Which is pretty quick. Good for you, Bum. So he decides to wait it out. Let me wait 5 more minutes before I bolt, or rather crawl out for help. Now these 5 minutes go painfully slow. So it gives Bum enough time to think about what will happen if Sam caught him trying to escape. He said he was gonna slit my throat. But he knows he has to. He can't stay here because eventually he's gonna probably die. He doesn't suddenly have feelings for me. So, like, literally, he's at the door, guys, and he's having this should I stay or should I go moment because he's scared. He doesn't want to go back to his uncle, and it's implied here through like images that his uncle sexually assaults him, not just beats him, but like also like rapes him. So that's his main motivator for going to Sangwoo in the first place. Like why he broke into Sangwoo's house. Like I know that sounds insane. It doesn't make sense. But again, I have to explain. Yoon-Bum's not mentally stable. He's not in the right frame of mind. So this is his logic. So that's the thing I had to, like, that's what I was trying to get at. When you read this comic, you have to think in the logic of the protagonist. And this is Yoon-Bum's logic. So clearly, he doesn't have anybody else. Not that he and Sangwoo were close. They were far from it. Sangwoo had no idea who he was. But he was, like, in love with him for years. Like, 7 years. And to him, Sangwoo offers a sort of comfort, but we saw what happened there. But like basically, that's why he went. He was trying to break into Sangwoo's house. He wanted to leave his uncle, and the only person he could think of to go to is Sangwoo because he felt he could protect him. So, Bum tries to rationalize it that even if he does die, he'd rather die loving Sangwoo. Like, he'd rather be killed by the man he's in love with, who is a serial killer, than go back to his uncle who's been sexually assaulting him for the past week. So, I mean, when you put it that way, it doesn't, like, in Yoon-Bum's head, when you put it that way, like, honestly, you're Yoon-Bum. You're Yoon-Bum. You're not you. You're Yoon-Bum. You're broken. You're mentally ill. You're almost 30 years old. No one's ever loved you, apparently. I mean, I get why he'd rather stay with Sangwoo, even at this point. He doesn't know anything else. Like, he's abused by his uncle. Apparently no one loves him. He's a stalker. I mean, that's on him. But again, no one's guided this kid. I know he's not a kid, but he feels like one. He doesn't function like a regular adult. So in Bum's head, with this logic, with having never experienced any sort of security, it makes sense. I'm just saying. But damn, Bum has been thinking about this for 40 minutes. So he's still debating what to do. Damn, Bum, like, you better make a decision, like, now. Like, fast. But he keeps thinking about Sangwoo finally killing him for escaping. And it's just back and forth. Like, do I want to leave? Do I want to go? Do I want to leave? Do I want to stay? Like, yeah. It's, like, going back and forth. Like, he's been doing this for, like, literally over 30 minutes. Like, over a half hour. He's just debating. So now he has, like, 5 minutes. So he has to go, like, now. Because Sangwoo will be home soon. So Bum's like, I can't stay. I can't be a hostage, you know? I have to leave. I mean, I need to get help. I'll figure the rest out later. If I leave, I have a chance to live. You know? Like, if I stay with Sangwoo, I'm not gonna live long. Opens the door. And you hear that damn song. Show me my pants. Sangwoo is like sitting on the porch, smoking a cigarette, listening to Killing Me Softly because he has to ruin the song that everybody loves. And it's like singing along to it, like just vibing. And he never left. He literally was gonna wait an hour to see if Bum was gonna leave. Yeah, we kind of saw this coming. Anyway, so Sangwoo was like, wow, you're a fucking liar. You really had me. You told me you loved me. Clearly, that wasn't true because you tried to leave me, even though I told you not to do that. Now, we know Bum is shitting himself, so he bows down to Sangwoo like, please, I'm so sorry. Please let me live. Don't kill me. Like, basically begging for his life. Again, like, I get it. And Sangwoo's like, how am I even supposed to believe anything that comes out of your mouth? Clearly, you came out here for a reason. You were trying to leave. You don't want to stay with me. So what do you want? Like, what do you want? Why are you leaving? Where are we going? So Bum's like, already outside. So he just starts crawling towards the gate, screaming, help, help, I'm being held captive. He won't let me go. And it's rain. By the way, it's raining. It's like pouring. So it's like he's drenched. Everything's wet. It's like raining. And Bum's just sloshing through on all fours, desperate to get help, like screaming. Sangwoo is like standing there watching Bum like crawl. He opens the gate for Bum, and then Like, Bum continues to scream for help, and Sangwoo is like, is anybody gonna help him? Somebody help him! Like, now Sangwoo is screaming. What the no one comes, and Sangwoo's like, wow, what kind of world do we live in? So he scoops Bum, right? So he scoops Bum up, like, okay, you had your little tantrum, it's raining, you're all soaked, let me make you some tea and get you in some dry clothes. And Bum's not having it. Like, what? He's like, get off me, you motherfucker. And that sets Sangwoo off, and he slams Bum on the hood of the car. The alarm goes off, and Sangwoo starts beating the shit out of him. Triggered. A deranged maniac. But inside the car, there's a camera recording the whole thing, recording Sangwoo beating up Bum. After the beatdown, Sangwoo explains how nobody has lived in his neighborhood since he was like in high school, so it's basically abandoned. He's like the only one that really lives there, and like everybody else that does, like the few people are like drug addicts and freaking like deranged people. So he really didn't have a chance to survive this. He really, even if he went out there screaming, which they both did, no one came. So, yeah, no matter how loud Bum would have yelled, no one would have heard him because no one's around. No one of worth is around. So Sangwoo brings Bum inside and throws him down the basement. And Sangwoo's like, damn, like, I really didn't think you would leave. I thought you'd be the one to stay. So, now I gotta kill ya. He strips Bum into his underwear, and Sangwoo's clothes are wet too, so he too is in his underwear, and he's like, I really didn't think you'd do it. I really didn't think you were gonna leave me. I don't even know how I'm gonna kill you. I really wasn't expecting this. I'm improvised now. So here, pick one. Decide which one, like, which way do you wanna go? Like, how do you wanna die? I hated this part. Bum, he's so freaking embarrassing. He tries to seduce Sangwoo so he won't get killed. Sangwoo's like, get the fuck off me! Ew! Now, I know what I want to do. So he hangs a noose around Bum's neck and is like, hey, Bum, you ever been on an airplane? We'll get ready to fly. Deranged. Yeah, so Bum's hanging there, and Sangwoo starts verbally assaulting him. And Bum is still crying out for Sangwoo to help him, even though he's the one literally hanging him there. Even Sangwoo is like, what? How are you still expecting me to save you? I'm the one that hung you up there, you freaking weirdo. And I don't know. I think it was just the fact, like, I was very confused at this part because Bum's like screaming, right? Like, Sangwoo, help me, Sangwoo, like choking. And wow. Oh, this is a lot. And Sangwoo, I don't know how this filtered into his head, but I don't even know how to describe this. Oh my god. He starts yanking this carrot. Graphic. Again, I have to censor this. Like, why? Oh. Anyway, after that, he drops Bum. Like, he didn't torture him enough. And he's like, I don't want to hear you when you die. So he tries a different method to kill him, because apparently hearing Bum screaming out for help, gets Sangwoo all hot and bothered. You freaking sick freak. And he needs to get this done. So he fills a tub with water this time and tries to drown Bum. That way he can't hear him screaming out for Sangwoo. Now Bum's fighting it now. He's like, I can't die here. And he ends up clawing Sangwoo's leg, and he's like drawing blood. So that method also failed. So Sangwoo's frustrated because twice he tried to kill this guy, and the first time made Sangwoo all horny, the second time caused him physical pain. So now he's like not in the mood to kill anymore, because he's like, I tried to kill you twice and it failed both times. Fuck you, Bum. I already told you what I would do if you crossed the line. So he just slits his throat, little upward way, so not enough to kill him. He's like, I can't even kill you. Like, no. I mean, Sangwoo, you could have slit his throat and killed him. Like, you wanted to keep him alive. And he just let it be. So, the following week, Bum is not allowed to leave the basement. Just like chapter 3. We are back to square one because he betrayed. So his neck's all effed up now. So Sangwoo goes out, resumes his killing. He's like, okay, I need to go find a girl. it's kind of hard to see like what happened here because it's like one of those montage scenes. So he goes, I think it's either he got a classmate of his or he met a girl at the bar. I'm not sure because of the way the montage was set up. I'm not sure, but basically there's a girl, he seduces her, brings her home, has sex with her, kills her. So he's looking for his next victim. About his next victim. Hey, you know what? I know what I'll do. I'm gonna bring a man home this time. Cause like the only other person I killed is my dad. I haven't killed Yoon-Bum. I'm gonna go to the gay bar. So he goes there, orders a drink, and immediately, no surprise, there's a creepy old man that starts doing card tricks for Sangwoo, and Sangwoo's playing along like, oh, and it's like even the bartender's like, really? That was. Wow, this guy's easy. he thought Sangwoo was the easiest dude in this freaking bar. Like, he's like, dude, he's hot. How did a card trick, a parlor trick, it was enough for you to be like, you know what, let's get out of here. So, that's suspicious to me, but the bartender's just like, wow, he's an idiot. So Sangwoo and this guy, this man, this magician, start making out in the men's restroom. And this magician fellow, tries to force young, naive Sangwoo into performing oral, which Sangwoo was like, oh, hell no. First of all, he's not gay, and, like, he'll be damned if anybody makes him do anything, like, no, you cannot command Sangwoo, oh, no. He was so triggered. Oh, he really thought, Anyway, so he's like, you know what? Hey, I don't want to do this here in the restroom. Let's go back to my place. And then the guy, you know, is down. So I think we know where this is about to go, to the basement. And Sangwoo was like, hey, bub. Hey, how you doing? Long time no see. I brought you a friend. Yeah, he does card tricks, and he's so funny. So I thought, hey, why don't us three guys... Why don't we just have like a guy's night and we'll play a little card game in this basement? And that's where the chapter ends. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave you guys off. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.